Hello and welcome inside Millett Hall, where the 24th ranked team in the country calls home. That is right, the number 24 Miami RedHawks are back for another game against the Northern Illinois Huskies. From Millett Hall, my name is Jake Zirolli. I will be your host for the pregame, halftime, and postgame coverage for today's contest between these two men's basketball teams. Let's get right into it. Their meeting history is 37-21 in favor of the RedHawks. Their two most recent meetings was 87-58 RedHawks on February 25th of last year in Oxford, and 84-69 Miami on January 14th of last year in DeKalb, Illinois. The 2025 season so far for Miami, they're of course number 24 in the nation, 21-0, 9-0 in the MAC, first of 13 in the conference. Their last game, an 86-84 overtime thriller against UMass on Tuesday. The scoring leader in that game was Ian Elmer. He was on another level in that game, folks. 30 points, also adding 7 rebounds and an assist. He was incredible. The rebound leader was Elmer with 7, but also tied with Justin Kirby, the freshman from Fishers, Indiana, with 7. Kirby being a new revelation in this Red Hawk offense, being injured, sick and injured out earlier in the season, but now coming back. Came back during the Bowling Green game and has been a very, very big part of the team. Remains to be seen whether or not Luke Skaljak will play today. I believe I see him warming up right now, which means he will suit up, but we will get back to you on that when we have a definite determination. The assist leader in that game, of course, they were missing Skaljak. The assist leader was Peter Suter with 9 assists, the senior from Carmel, Indiana, putting the team on his back to swing the rock around. The team stats, they shot decently well for their standards. 47% from the floor, 34% from the three-point line, and 74% from the free throw line. Much better on the free throws than in past games. They were behind from 18:47 left in the first half when the score was 3-2 to when the score was 68-67 when there was 8:40 left in the second half. That is a span of 30 minutes and 7 seconds where they were behind the entire time. So they had to rally and come back to beat the Minutemen. Suter actually missed a free throw with 4 seconds left to keep the score at 86-84. And a half-court heave came up just short, just off the mark. And Miami escaped with yet another win. The atmosphere was just fantastic in here. 92-20 plus in this building, and there should be even more today for the Ron Harper ceremony, the legend of Miami basketball, coming back for his honorary degree. Skaljak was, as I mentioned, a little sick, could not play, and the team definitely missed the security in the backcourt, especially during UMass's 2-2-1 press, which they eventually did break the code to by placing the big man in the middle, whether that be Antoine Wolfick or Almar Atlason. Starting 5 for that game was Antoine Wolfick, Brant Byers, Peter Suter, Justin Kirby, and Ian Elmer. For Northern Illinois, they're 7-13, 3-6 in the conference, which earns them 10th out of 13. They're located, of course, in DeKalb, Illinois, which is 5.5 hours from Miami. So a bit of a bus ride from there. Their head coach is Rashawn Burno. He is in year 5 and has a 46-98 record at the helm of the Huskies. Their last game was an 85-65 win against Western Michigan on Friday. Last Friday, that is. Their scoring leader was Dylan DeCommon with 21 points. Their rebounding leader was Hassan Washington and Taj Walters, both of them with 8 points. And their assist leader was Gianni Cobb with 8 assists. Cobb, the shorter guard, only 6 feet tall, but a transfer from Columbia in this past season. Their team stats, they shot 50% from the floor, 50% from the three-point line, and 60% from the free throw line. They were real hot from 3, making 15 out of their 30 attempts from deep land. They led by 5 at half, and they had a 10-0 run and stretch lead from 10-20 in the middle of the second half. The starting 5 for that game was Hassan Washington, Dylan DeCommon, Taj Walters, Gianni Cobb, and Mekhi Valentine. Let's get into the stat leaders for both teams. For Miami, the scoring leaders, the top guy is Brant Byers, 6'8" sophomore from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, with 15.1 points per game. Peter Suter after him with 14.1. And following him is Ian Elmer with 11.9. For Northern Illinois, their scoring leaders are Mekhi Valentine with 14 points. Dylan DeCommon with 12.9, of course, bolstered by that 21-point performance last game. And then J.J. Taylor with 8.7 to his name. For the rebounding game, Ian Elmer leads the line, actually. 5.9 rebounds per game. The tall, athletic guard sails in for rebounds all the time. Did that very often against UMass. More of it today. After him, it's Antoine Wolfhook with 5.3 rebounds per game, the favored big man on this team, coached by Travis Steele. And after him, it is Peter Suter with 4.5 rebounds per game. For Northern Illinois, the leader is... something's going on my computer here. One moment here, folks. I'm reading my pregame script off my laptop, so I'm having some quick technical difficulties. So I appreciate it if you would bear with me. There we go. We're back. Taj Walters, as I was saying, is the rebound leader with 5.8 points rebounds per game. After him, it's Mekhi Valentine, the guard, with 5.4 rebounds per game. And after him, it is Gustav Winter, the freshman forward from Denmark. 6 feet 10 inches. He will be a challenge for anybody who gets in the box with him. He's averaging 5 rebounds per contest. In the assist game, Luke Skaljak is still the leader with 4.7 per game. We will see if he features today or if he's still kept out by illness. After him, it's Peter Suter with 4.5 per game. And then it's Antoine Wolfhook with 1.6. A sneaky disher of the rock down there, down low. The assist leaders for Northern Illinois, Johnny Cobb is the leader. He's not a huge scorer, only averaging about 8 points per game, but he certainly knows how to dish the rock. Had 8 assists in their win over Western Michigan, and now averaging 4.1 on the season. After him, it is Dylan DeCommon with 3.2, and in third, it is Damar Kelly with 1.4. Some roster breakdown for Miami. Veterans for the RedHawks, Peter Suter, of course, the senior, transferred from Bellarmine 2 years ago. Wolfhook, a similar situation, a senior transferred from Rutgers 2 years ago. And Ian Elmer, the junior, has played 3 years under Travis Steele and for the RedHawks. And then it's the forward from Denmark, Gustav Winter, the big man. He's their best forward. The matchup with Antoine Wolfhook or Almar Atlason will be one to watch. A little Scandinavian clash down low, should it be Atlason. We are going to take you into some games going on right now. Earlier today, UCF defeated the 11th ranked Texas Tech Red Raiders 88 to 80. So a big win for the Knights. The number 4 Duke Blue Devils took victory over the Virginia Tech Hokies 72 to 58. The Houston Cougars, number 10, beating Cincinnati by a score of 76 to 54. People here are real happy about that, as who really likes Cincinnati anyways. The 22nd ranked Clemson Tigers defeat the Pittsburgh Panthers 63-52 at home. Going on right now, the 17th ranked Virginia Cavaliers facing some challenges at Chestnut Hill as the Boston College Eagles are having a 2-point game. Virginia only up 62-60 with 5.5 to go. We'll be monitoring that one. At halftime in Tucson, Arizona and Arizona State are tied 38 to 38. The number 1 Wildcats there, the only other undefeated team other than Miami, and they are on the ropes right now, tied with the Sun Devils. 20th ranked Louisville is tied with SMU right now, 49 all, with 17 to go in the game. And the 16th ranked UNC Tar Heels are up 61-44 on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Of course, this game gets started at 3:30. At 4:30, BYU Kansas 13 against 14 in Lawrence. A big game for both sides. At 6 o'clock, the 18th ranked Vanderbilt Commodores will host the Ole Miss Rebels. At 6:30, the 15th ranked Razorbacks of Arkansas will play host to John Calipari. His former Kentucky coach John Calipari will host his old team, the Kentucky Wildcats. At 8 o'clock, the number 2 UConn Huskies go to Omaha, Nebraska, House of Horrors for them to take on Creighton. And the last top 25 game for today is St. Mary's, California, the Gales against the number 6 Gonzaga Bulldogs. Moving into the MAC slate for today. Again, sorry, the Wi-Fi is not being very cooperative. There are so many people here. So we ask that you just bear with us through any technical difficulties that you may experience, such as the ones I'm experiencing right now. Okay, Toledo defeated Ball State 73-55 earlier today. Going on right now, we have two games. Ohio up 60-52 on Buffalo with 11:52 to go. Also going on in the rest of the day, two more for men's basketball at 6 o'clock in Amherst, Massachusetts. The Massachusetts Minutemen, who of course just fell the RedHawks 86-84 on Tuesday, will play the Eastern Michigan Eagles at home. And then in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, the Central Michigan Chippewas will play host to the Bowling Green Falcons. We'll get to my keys to the game now. For Miami, they got to shoot the three well, and they got to make their free throws. They got to shoot well. For a team that lives and dies by the jump shot, they sure better make them. And Northern Illinois is not great at defending the three-point shot. They also got to get the rebounds and hustle. They can't afford to try and skirt their way past this game because Northern Illinois is going to play tough basketball. For Northern Illinois, their key is to limit the three-point shot. Against a team that shoots this well, they have to be able to contain them from deep because they will run away with the game if they can't. And they got to slow the game down. Try to play a low-scoring game. Run your offense. Get into it. Make Miami play your game because if you try to play Miami's game, you're going to lose. And they got to win the post battle. There's some decent size on both sides, but they're going to have to rely on Gustav Winter to win that rebound battle down low, similar to how Leonardo Bediol won it on Tuesday for UMass. My predictions for this game, though, as I sign off here on the pregame show, is an 88-69 victory for Miami. I think they handle this with ease as Ron Harper is welcomed back today for his honorary degree reception. Everybody's excited. They got their jerseys. This atmosphere is going to be electric, folks. I hope you all enjoy it. I'll be back with you for halftime and postgame. My name is Jake Zirolli. Thank you for tuning in to the pregame show. We will kick it to the booth in probably about 5 or 6 minutes for the start of the game here today. Thank you for listening to this presentation of Miami RedHawks men's basketball on Red Hawk Radio. Stick around.
Good afternoon and welcome inside Millett Hall for Game 2 of our doubleheader between the Miami RedHawks and the NIU Huskies. We turn things over on the men's side now. The number 24 ranked Miami RedHawks will look to stay undefeated against a lower tier MAC team in the NIU Huskies, but the Huskies trying to play spoiler inside Millett Hall today, and we will see what happens here in just a little bit. First for the RedHawks, they are ranked for the second week in a row, coming in at number 24 and trying to be the only undefeated team left in the country. They're 21-0, 9-0 in the MAC, and on a 21-game winning streak. And Sean, the RedHawks, last game they had another dramatic win against the UMass Minutemen. They pulled it out, but today they will look to kind of cruise to a win against the NIU Huskies here today.
Well, listen, if you go on barttorvik.com and they have a metric called FUN, and it's called Fortune Above, or it's basically quantifying the luck of the Miami RedHawks. They are third luckiest team in the last 10 games here in so. Has there been some luck, so to speak? Absolutely, but it's also just been, you can tell this is a veteran squad. You go up and down the lineup, so many seniors, so many juniors, but also obviously a great mix of some young guys, the guys like the Scaljacks, the Luke Scaljacks, the Trey Perrys, you go even further down the list, little Brant Byers or whatever, but the point being, they have a shot in every single game because they have veteran leadership and they have all 5 players can score on the court at any given time. And I think that's important, especially against a team like NIU, who's starting, is going to start 4 freshmen and sophomores, which is just a very, very large gap as far as experience is concerned, and certainly something I hope that Miami is able to take advantage of today.
Starters have been announced for both sides. First for the NIU Huskies, led by Rashawn Burno in his 5th year. It's Gianni Cobb, Makai Valentine, Dylan Dukeman, Hassan Washington, and Taj Walters. Lineup after being sick in his last game against UMass. It's Ian Elmer, Antoine Woolfolk, Brant Byers, Scaljak, and Peter Suter, the starting 5 for the RedHawks. Now Arizona, they are in a close game with their rivals, the Arizona State Sun Devils. So by the end of today, we essentially could be seeing the only undefeated team left in the country, Sean.
They're entirely possible, and that obviously you just want to keep winning regardless of whether you're the 12th team left that's undefeated or the number 1 team left. But it'd be really impressive if Arizona State's able to pull this out and Miami's able to pull this game out to be the only one left. What a story for the RedHawks this season.
Never did I think this would happen. 21-0, trying to make it 22 as the RedHawks hit blackjack in their last game, but they're looking to keep staying at the poker table and keep rolling here this season. Miami offensively, best offense in the country, 94 points a game. Their best true shooting team, number 1 in field goal percentage, 54%. Number 1 3-point shooting team in the country at 41%. 77% from the free throw line, 2nd in the MAC, and 28 nationally. And meanwhile for NIU, this is a team that's kind of struggled. They had a really good game against Western Michigan, an 85-65 win. But other than that, it's been a season to forget for these NIU Huskies. They've lost 6 of 8 games, minus that one game.
His ability to handle the point.
Suter down the lane, righty layup off the window and in. Miami draws first blood. They lead 2-0 here in the first. NIU coming in with a record of 7-13, and they're trying to stun the number 24 ranked Miami RedHawks as Gianni Cobb goes around the world and gets a reverse layup. We're tied 2-2 here in the first.
Yeah, like I was saying, though, they had Ian Elmer as the point for the majority of the game, and he was more than serviceable, but a guy like Scaljak is a difference maker, as we see here.
16-footer for Scaljak is money, and Miami leads 4-2 here in the first. Gianni Cobb controlling the offense, now gives over to Dylan Dukeman, the Swiss native. Cobb on the right wing, defended by Woolfolk, kicks out in the corner to Valentine. Or rather, this is Hassan Washington. Washington inside, no good. Tapped around, and the RedHawks control it defensively.
Yeah, good defensive possession there.
Quick pass, Elmer in the corner for 3. A little short, missed on the right rim. And the Huskies will race it down the other way. In the corner, Dukeman for three, off the rim, no good. And the rebound is back to Walters. Inside the paint, Woolfolk is there, no good. RedHawks get a stop, and Miami will have it 5-on-4.
Yeah, Steele telling him to push it. He sees the opening here.
Elmer, transition tray, that's offline. Missed 2 3-pointers, and it's back to the Huskies.
Well, listen, this NIU team led by Mekhi Valentine, really, he's been the kind of heart and soul, 14 points, 5 rebounds. By far their best player, number 0. You're going to hear his name a lot today.
Washington inside, counted and one on Peter Suter. Washington listed as number 30, but he usually wears number 7. And that'll send Washington to the line and a chance for NIU to take their first lead of the game.
Not a ton of size here for this NIU squad. Only one player that is above 6'9". And so, I mean, Miami doesn't exactly have a ton of size either necessarily, so certainly not something that you're going to have to worry about. But Washington is a very big guy. He's listed at 6'8", 240, and I wouldn't be surprised if his playing weight is a little heavier than that. Certainly a force to be reckoned with for Anton Woolfolk and the rest of the big men like Tyler Robbins.
Washington, a 48% free throw shooter. He makes it, and NIU has the lead. 5-4 our score, 17:50 left to go in the first. Suter up top has Antoine Woolfolk on the left side.
Nice
feeds inside to Byers, and he throws it down with 2 hands. Miami retakes the lead, 6-5 here in the first.
Just a really nice find there on the assist from Woolfolk. Easy pass, easy dunk.
He is dangerous inside the painted area. Miami ahead by 1. Gianni Cobb over to Mekhi Valentine, the Missouri State transfer. Up top to Hassan Washington. Dancing around, it's Cobb on the left wing. Dribbles down low inside the paint, puts up a shot. Antoine Woolfolk hands in the air, and Cobb makes a tough layup. And Miami trails 6-7. 17 minutes left to go. Skowjak bouncer up top. Woolfolk wide open for 3. Top of the key, no good. Elmer grabs the miss, and Miami resets offensively. Skowjak finds a wide open Suter driving inside, can't get the layup to go.
No foul call either.
And here come the racing Huskies, but Elmer taps that one out of bounds off of Dylan Dukeman. Dukeman, the freshman, averaging 13, 3, and 3. He's having himself a good year, but he will check out for Damar Kelly, the St. Francis transfer.
Yeah, like you said, you're going to hear that a lot. Lots of transfers on this roster. A lot of guys who haven't played a whole lot of basketball either. So a lot of inexperience, however, certainly a lot of potential.
Valentine in the near corner goes over to Cobb. Back to Washington, back up top Cobb. He'll go down low, spinning around. His layup's a little short. They're going to call a foul on it. And then now we hear the Miami fans not happy about the call here.
I'm not sure I am either, although there might have been a little bit of contact. I'm not sure there was enough to really elicit the foul call, but yeah, Miami fans certainly letting them know, though.
And Cobb will go to the line. Cobb has interesting hair, kind of black and blonde mix at the free throw line, and he makes the first one. So Cobb is another transfer. He is transferred from Columbia in the Ivy League, a sophomore, standing at 6'1", 150. Trying to push NIU's lead to 3. And Cobb, and we got a foul as Skowjak and Cobb got tied up. This will be on Cobb.
Yeah, Cobb was basically grabbing him as Skowjak was trying to work from left to right. To get himself open there. Yeah, it was just a big bear hug, basically.
Miami will take that. It'll be Luke Skowjak on the edge of the red M of Miami, driving down the lane, lefty layup, off the rim and in, falling down, it counts. Miami trails 8-9 here in the first. Damar Kelly, he played in the first 4 last year with St. Francis, the Red Flash. Working around the key. Hassan Washington thought about the three-pointer, gives close to Mekhi Valentine. Corner three-pointer, no good. Skowjak snares the board, and the RedHawks will cruise the other way. Skowjak spinning around up top, has space,
Nice
kick in
find.
the corner. Kirby for 3, yes sir! Miami retakes the lead. It's 11-9. RedHawks over the Huskies here in the first.
You just can't teach that kind of ball vision to see a guy out of the corner of your eye in the left corner. Just really nice find there and a great shot from Justin Kirby.
15:30 left to go here in the first. Closing in on a media timeout. Cobb falling down over the top of Elmer. Gets the layup to go. We're even at 11. Skowjak, transition trade, top of the key, no good. In comes the flying Kirby. And that'll go back to the Huskies.
They're saying that's on the Huskies. I'm not so sure about that.
Either way, they'll probably review this one.
Yes.
And with that, we'll take a break inside Millett Hall. Fun start. Miami and NIU starting off strong offensively, and we'll be back in a moment inside Millett Hall. First 5 minutes, and we're even 11-11. Miami versus NIU. This is NIU's last year in the MAC before so they will try and enjoy their last few games in the conference. It'll be the Huskies with a basketball from right to left. Right wing three-pointer. Valentine, it's good. Travis Steele furious with the officials. NIU leads 14-11 here in the first.
He's right. There was a big shove down low there that they just weren't calling at all on the pick.
Exploded in front of the official's face, still barking at them. But Miami will have the basketball trailing by 3. Suter finds a wide open Atlason for 3. Too strong on that one, but Kirby snares the board. RedHawks will get another crack at the net. Perry dancing with his man, finds Byers, top of the key, short.
He didn't need to take that shot. It was a contested 3 at the top of the key, 5 feet from the three-point line.
Yeah, very deep three-pointer, and it's back to the Huskies, leading by 3. Here's Damar Kelly. Miami maybe wanted a travel, but in comes Gustav Winther, gets the layup to go.
Oh, and
that'll
Steele
lead to
is
Miami
blowing
timeout.
his lid off right now. He is mad at the referees. Because, yeah, I think he's right. I think that could have easily been a travel call. But they did not call that.
Not going to get every call, and he's got to be careful. He might get a tech. We've seen him get some techs before.
Yep.
And we'll see what happens. Either way, Miami trailing by 5, and they want to reset. I think we might just keep it here since this timeout is
about
quick.
to end here. Yeah. Well, listen, the problem for Miami is even, you don't want to let yourself get down early again like you did against UMass and then have to fight and claw your whole way back like you did on Tuesday. So I think the emphasis has to be just start fast. Start fast and just give a team like NIU, who NIU is severely undermanned and overwhelmed. You don't want to give a team like that any sort of possibility, give them hope so that they start playing up against a really talented Miami roster.
NIU has lost 6 of their 8 games, so this is a team Miami needs to take advantage of. Peter Suter down the lane finds Justin Kirby, and he lost the basketball. Brant Byers almost got the steal. Suter gets it right back. He swipes back, and Suter's hurt. Oh, no.
Oh,
he's
on
good.
his back. Yeah, it's on his back.
Suter collided with Mekhi Valentine, and he gets up first. That's good to see him walking on his own power for a second. It's a lower back injury it looks like he's holding, and looks like he's going to stay in this game. Yeah, both him and Valentine came in and collided pretty hard. But nothing serious. Certainly could have been. Suter's going to stay in, walking a little bit gingerly.
Yeah, I was going to say, he is not 100% right now.
14 minutes left to go. Miami trailing 11-16. Atlason over to Woolfolk, top of the key, guarded by Winther. Has Trey Perry, straightaway three-pointer. This is off on the left side. Miami shooting 1 for 8 from deep, so another slow start from beyond the arc. It's back to the Huskies. 5-point lead for NIU. Inside as Taj Walters gets the lefty layup to go, and it's 18-11 NIU over Miami. Quickly the other way, here's Kirby, and he's blocked.
Man. That's just a nice block. Completely all ball on that by Dukeman.
Dukeman blocked Kirby's layup. 7-point lead by NIU, spinning inside. Walters, and Woolfolk swats it out of bounds. A statement made there by Antoine Woolfolk, the former Rutgers Scarlet Knight. It'll stay with the Huskies. Yeah, they need to play like that.
Yeah, absolutely. A tone setter always. Antoine Woolfolk with just a great block there. Oh, good vision. He actually wasn't supposed to be guarding him, but instead able to peel off and get the block.
Dukeman on the baseline had Valentine for a moment. It's back to Winther. Up top, Kelly. He's swinging around. Dylan Dukeman, tough three-point jumper straight away. Nice defense by Kirby, and Woolfolk wraps up the board. Back to Miami. They're trailing by 7. It's Luke Skowjak.
It's going to be a foul on NIU, yeah.
They got the three-pointer from Elmer to go, but won't count. And that foul will be on Taj Walters, it looked like. A lot of transfers on this NIU team. Valentine, Cobb, White, Washington, Kelly, and Ituka, all transfers along with Jalen Wharton. So plenty of new faces. Skowjak, Euro layup. He gets fouled again, and he will go to the free throw line.
I mean, he's just such a I know we talked about Woolfolk being a tone setter, but talk about a guy coming in and just immediately, he wasn't playing last game, and he's already trying to make as many plays as he can and just going downhill, no regard at all. You love to see that from your young player.
And here's Luke Skowjak at the line. He makes the first one. Skowjak missed the last game because he was sick. But in his last game, he played 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 8 assists against Kent State. A huge reason why the RedHawks stole that win against the Flashes. And Skowjak gets the second to go. Miami trails 13-8 here in the first. 13-18, excuse me. Tight defense by Ian Elmer. Walters up top, Dukeman over to Winther. Hands closely. Dukeman left wing three-pointer. Missed it short, and that'll be out of bounds off of the Huskies.
Yeah,
now we see Brant Byers coming back in.
Yeah, and Dukeman was asking for the foul, and he's still talking to the ref about it because I do think he might have gotten hit on the hand a little bit on that three-pointer, but it was an air ball.
Both sides slow starts from deep. 1 for 5 is NIU from the three-point line, and 1 for 8 is Miami. Back to the RedHawks.
Something you'll notice a lot that teams like to do against Miami, just to start to kind of slow them down and disrupt their rhythm, is employ that press, that three-quarters press, just to kind of disrupt their timing of their offense.
Elmer missed the left wing three-pointer. Big board by Woolfolk. His layup was blocked. Suter scoops it back, And here's Brad Byers
man.
swatted away by Gustav Winther.
That's a nice
Chaotic scene
block.
of events here. Around the world, three-pointer for Walters. It bottles in, and NIU leads 21-13 here in the first. So just like that UMass game, the visitors getting off to a hot start.
Yeah, not the kind of start you want at all if you're Miami.
Brant Byers wide open in the corner for three. It's good, and Miami trails 16-21 here in the first.
Listen, that is a textbook job from Byers. You saw the guy closing out on you. You just take an extra dribble, let him pass you by, and get the wide open three.
Second three-pointer of the afternoon for Miami. RedHawk faithful standing on their feet. Here's Taj Walters inside 2-on-1, and he wins the battle. Walters over the top of Woolfolk, and NIU leads 23-16. Skowjak pushes off of Cobb, three-pointer on the right side, no good. And the rebound is snared by Kelly. Cobb working quickly as Dukeman finds Cobb in the corner for three. It's good.
This defense is just really struggling to get back. It's the transition is where NIU is absolutely killing Miami right now.
Third three-pointer, 26-16. Woolfolk in the corner has Suter. Suter against Kelly, backing down his man, and he draws some contact and a foul. That'll be on Walters. Second on Walters, two as well on Valentine, and that'll take us to immediate timeout. Miami trailing by 10, 26-16, another slow start. We'll see if they can adjust. We've seen it all season long, but we'll see if they can take effect soon. Be back in a moment here from Millett Hall. .39 left to go here in the first half. Miami trailing 16-26. Andrew Relvas alongside Sean Wiesemann. This event is sold out. This is the first sold-out athletic event that I have seen as a student here at Miami. Pretty cool stuff, huh,
Yeah,
Sean?
absolutely. And I'll tell you, you really hope that the crowd can start to move this Miami team to make some plays here down the stretch.
Elmer down low has Woolfolk. Lefty layup is good. And Miami draws first blood after the timeout. They trail by 8. 26-18. NIU has shot it pretty well from three. They're 3 for 7. Dylan Dukeman over to Gianni Cobb. Orchestrating the offense, hands close to Gustav Winther, wearing number 96. Drew some contact, gives close to Cobb. Cobb down the lane inside the free throw line, cycles
he traveled.
back. Great defense by Skowjak, and he does not get the roll.
Barely. That sat there for a while.
Back to the RedHawks. It's Suter on the left wing, cycling back. Hands close, Ian Elmer, 16-footer free throw jumper.
Nice.
Off the rim and in, and Miami trails 20-26. The score is the year.
Yes, it is. Good catch.
9:35 left to go. Gianni Cobb dancing with Skowjak. Bounces down low. 2 RedHawks are there. Skowjak comes away with it.
Ooh, almost out of bounds for a second there.
Nice recovery by Woolfolk. 6-point lead by the Huskies. Skowjak inside finds a wide open Woolfolk, and he misses the layup. He was wide open. No one was within an area code of him. And we got a stoppage here. Might be a foul. Rashawn Burno not happy about something.
Oh, that was
I think they called it a foul.
that was a wide open. I mean, you will not have a more wide open layup in your life, and we know he's capable of dunking it too. Is why I'm confused.
Should have just dunked it.
He could have just dunked it and confirmed that he was going to get the points, but instead he got cute, took the layup, and missed it.
Hey, points are points.
Absolutely. It looks like they're going to keep it here on. Saying it was off NIU.
Yeah, I think
on the rebound.
Originally it was off of Woolfolk, and then they changed it to off of maybe Gustav Winther.
Yeah, hard to see.
So it'll stay with the RedHawks. They'll
Yeah,
get
it says
another
it was
crack
off
at the
of
net.
Isaiah Washington.
Okay. Stay with the RedHawks. They trail 26-20. 9:14 left to go here in the first. Trey Perry on the first M of Miami on the near baseline. Perry over the top has Antoine Woolfolk. Almar
he's got
Atlason,
it.
left wing three-pointer. Rolls off. Perry the rebound, back to Suter. Suter elbows Isaiah Washington. This is going to be an offensive foul.
I think that was a very good acting job from Isaiah Washington. He's still selling it. They're going to review it, it looks like.
Okay. Miami faithful, serenading him with certain calls, and with that, we'll take a break. 9:05 left to go. NIU leading 26-20 here in the first half. So the call stays foul on Suter, offensive, and it will go back to the NIU Huskies. They're ahead by 6 on the road. They've struggled on the road this year, 1-10. They're trying to pick up their second road victory in a raucous environment. And we got another offensive foul, a charge on Hassan Washington as he mowed down Brant Byers.
Yeah, was there some acting? Maybe, but Byers had his feet completely set outside the restricted area, and Washington just decided to just shoulder him right in the chest. They're going to call that every time, especially if you give him a little bit of a flop.
And it goes both ways.
Yep,
Back-to-back
absolutely.
offensive fouls. NIU employing a press here. It's Ian Elmer going up the court. Dribbles left, dribbles right, lost the basketball. This is going to be a kicked ball on NIU. So it stays with Miami.
NIU's been very physical. on defense. They're really, really trying to make sure Miami is uncomfortable every time they touch the ball. And maybe they're willing to get some more fouls as a result, but they're making it ugly here.
Down the lane, in the corner, Kirby for three. It's good. Justin Kirby gets the third three-pointer to fall for the RedHawks. They trail 26-23 here in the first.
When this offense is at its best, it's doing exactly that. It's that dribble, kick out, open three kind of scenario, which they frequently employ. And like I said, when they're at their best, they're getting a lot of those.
Gianni Cobb dancing left, defended by Perry, kicks out to Washington. Tough jumper over the top, falls in for Isaiah Washington, and NIU extends their lead to 5. 8 minutes left to go. Perry down the lane, kicks up top. Atlason finds Kirby driving down low. Kirby throws it down.
Oh my gosh!
Kirby explodes over the top and sends a hammer down way on NIU. Miami trails 25-28. Message sent. Three-pointer in response. No good from Dukeman. The RedHawks racing the other way. Here's Ian Elmer. Elmer trying to go for the home run hammer, but he draws the foul.
Yeah, he was.
Oh boy.
That was darn near a free throw line attempt from Elmer, and he's more than capable of it. He can dunk the basketball very well, but I would make this wager. I think that Justin Kirby could outjump just about any player in the Mid-American Conference. I think he has an absurd vertical.
I believe you. That dunk from Elmer looked like at the end of Space Jam with Michael Jordan over the top. Doesn't get it to go, but he'll be at the line to shoot free throws in a minute. Miami trailing 25-28, and we'll be back in a moment here inside Millett Hall. Three-point game inside Millett Hall. Miami trailing 25-28, but we could be seeing Miami getting back on top in just a little bit. Ian Elmer will go to the free throw line for the third and fourth free throws of the afternoon for Miami. And Elmer misses the first free throw. Speaking of missing free throws, Miami over the past 3 games that they really struggled from the line.
Yes,
they shot
they did.
66%. Just not going to get it done in these tougher games. And Elmer gets the second to go. The RedHawks draw within 2.
Yeah, that feels like it's been the biggest difference in these games from making comfortable 10-point game where versus 2-point game or an overtime game. That's just kind of what the issue has been for them, is they can't hit the free throws consistently.
One of the best free throw shooting teams. They've just kind of hit a wall here. Shot clock winding down. It's Gianni Cobb. Lost his dribble, defended by Ian Elmer. Cobb downhill, righty layup over the top, no good. In comes Justin Kirby, skying over the top. Racing the other way. Trey Perry kicking the corner. Brant Byers goes up top. They find a wide open Almar Atlason left wing three-pointer. That's off. Back to Ian Elmer on the near corner. Byers will try a right wing three-pointer again. No good. Another offensive board by Perry, kicking the corner. Atlason, and Miami will reset. 2 RedHawks were there. Perry had it, but tipped away by Byers unintentionally, and it's back to NIU. Washington inside, gets the layup to go, falling down.
Just a miscommunication on that turnover there for Miami. Like you said, 2 different RedHawks trying to grab it, and neither of them did.
Lead is back to 4 for the Huskies. Searching for their second road win on the year. Atlason over to Kirby on the right wing. Will drive downhill. He lost the basketball. A little slow to get up there. Huskies go the other way quickly. Dukeman bullies his way away from Byers. Missed the layup. Atlason gets the layup, or Atlason gets the rebound, and he brought Dukeman to the floor. We're going to call this an offensive foul, though, on NIU.
Yeah, Atlason had the rebound and basically just stuck his hand in between the basketball and Atlason, and just kind of got. It was just kind of unfortunate set of circumstances there. But yeah, they're going to call that every time.
8 personal fouls on NIU, so it'll be 1-on-1 free throws for Atlason, who at the start of the year, he went on a crazy stretch where he didn't miss a free throw for a while. And his first free throw is good. Let's continue that stretch, hitting 83% of his free throws. 9th in the MAC. Transfer from Bradley in Peoria, Illinois. And the second free throw is good. Back to a 2-point game. Miami would love a stop and score here. Under 6 minutes left to play. It is Washington over to Dukeman on the right wing, defended by Suter, hands in the air. Draws Ian Elmer, tough jumper on the right side by Dukeman. He sinks it over the top of Elmer.
Yeah.
Back up to 5 for NIU.
Yeah, really nice shot there. Contested 3 over on the right wing. Not a whole lot else you can do if you're Miami.
Suter, top of the key. Inside, lefty layup, no good. 2 Huskies were there. They get another stop. Transition three-pointer, Dukeman, no good. And Atlason grabs the miss. Atlason over to Byers, finds Skowjak over to Suter in the corner. Elmer for 3. Rolls off, no good. And Miami's had a dry spell.
Yeah, they really have. They're one of their last 5, one for the last 6 from three-point land.
Gianni Cobb will get the foul to go his way as he missed the layup. In came a flying Washington. He got the dunk, but doesn't count. And 2 more free throws are coming Cobb's way. Cobb has been a pesky defender,
yes,
steals in 10 straight games, and he shows it there, the former Columbia Lion. Eight assists in Cobb's last game, and he misses the first free throw. He is a 55% free throw shooter on the year. Talented high school player as well from the Chicago area, scored 1,200 points. Also won a state championship at his high school. Second free throw to split the trip. Misses off, misses them both, and Miami capitalizes on that trip. Suter grabbed the rebound, and Skowjak controls the offense. On the left side has Suter, top of the key. Suter pump fakes, drives down low, finds Almar Atlason, thought about the three-pointer, and they'll find its way back to Suter. Around the back, searching for opportunities. Suter fadeaway jumper from the elbow is good. And Miami trails 30-33 here in the first.
Yeah, really nice step back Jay there from Suter, just kind of bullying his way inside and able to get some separation.
4:20 left to go. Washington left wing three-pointer, in and out, halfway home. Elmer the rebound, and here comes Miami. A three would tie this game up. Suter in the corner has Byers. Byers puts up a shot. He was fouled by Kelly.
Right away, hacked by Kelly.
And he'll go to the line. That's the 9th foul on NIU. Also got Cobb jumping for everything there. Big pump fake, and here's Byers at the line.
Yeah, Byers has struggled a little bit from the free throw line as of late. Missed a couple really crucial free throws against UMass. Also had some struggles from the line against Buffalo as well, but hopefully he can kind of remedy those issues and get back on track.
Yeah, he's made about half of his free throws on the past couple of games. And he makes the first one. It's 33-31. Leading scorer for Miami is Justin Kirby with 8 points. Leading scorer for NIU is Gianni Cobb with 12. Second free throw for Byers is pure, and it's 33-32. Miami's drawn within one. 4 minutes left to go here in the first, approaching another media timeout. Gustav Winther over to Kelly. Finds Cobb near half court. They work it around Washington. Gianni Cobb dancing with Elmer, shifting inside, bouncer down low, out of reach from Kelly. Another turnover on NIU, and that'll take us to a media timeout.
And that just to say, I just want to point out, Ian Elmer is 6'6", guarding 6' Gianni Cobb, and he completely clamped up Cobb right there. Great defensive possession, forcing the turnover.
Next basket for Miami will give them the lead, and with that, we'll take a timeout. 3:41 left to go. NIU over Miami, 33-32 here in the first half. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back inside Millett Hall for One Miami Day. Miami honored Ron Harper getting his degree today. It's cool to see both
honorary
Ron Harper
doctorate,
and a lot of former Miami players and a lot more Miami alums making the trip back to Oxford today.
Yeah, the alumni are plentiful here. They're really making their presence known, and it's because there's a lot to see. They're for the last 25 years or so, there really hasn't been a standout team the way that this team has really emerged here.
Miami trying to make March Madness for the first time in 19 years. Off to a 21-0 start. Skowjak down low, Miami.
Man strength. He was getting double teamed for that entire sequence you were just talking about. I mean, he was just, I get it, he just bullied his way to grab the rebound, put the shot up, and get fouled.
Foul will be on Gustav Winther, the Dane. And now we'll see Woolfolk at the free throw line. First trip of the afternoon for him. First free throw falls in. We're tied. 33-33. Kind of a lower scoring first half than we usually have seen.
Certainly from the RedHawks. That's what happens when you shoot 11 for 30.
Second free throw for Woolfolk, no good, and we stay tied. 33 all here in the first, 3:15 left to go. Here's Taj Walters driving down low against Ian Elmer, over the top and in, off the rim and in. And NIU retakes the lead again, 35-33. NIU has taken advantage inside the paint and made some timely three-pointers as well. Working around up top, here's Skowjak spinning around against Gianni Cobb, escaping away.
Wow.
Nifty move inside. Skowjak's layup is good, off the rim and in, and we're tied again, 35 all, 2:45 left to go in the first.
Yeah, Skowjak with about 3 spin moves there to get a lot of separation underneath and able to get the easy layup.
2:30 left to go. Bouncer down low, deflected by Miami. The RedHawks take it away. Ian Elmer finds Skowjak on the left wing. They'll slow it up a little bit. Elmer, top of the key, driving on the right side at the elbow. And he'll cycle back up top to Skowjak on the edge of the red M. 15 left on the shot clock, almost a foul. Skowjak will try a right wing three-pointer. He can't hit.
It's an open shot, too. Not a bad shot, just not able to convert, which is feel like something we've said for pretty much all of the Miami three-pointers today.
Isaiah Washington in a straitjacket, taken away by Kirby. 2-on-1 by Miami. Woolfolk, or rather Byers, rose up. He was fouled, and he'll go back to the free throw line.
I'm a little surprised they did not call the foul on that steal there. Just feels like that's kind of the way that the rest have been playing this today. But you'll take the points if you can get the free throws here.
Miami as well. They're shooting 3 for 17 from the three-point line today. Just not going down, but they made their free throws as Byers makes the first one.
And Justin Kirby has 2 of those three-pointers. Goodness gracious, that's a mouthful.
The tongue twister.
Yeah, it is it's a tongue twister. But yeah, no, the point being, Justin Kirby's the only one able to consistently make threes today. Everyone else is just completely ice cold, and yet here they are still up 1.
And Byers gets an unlucky roll in and out. So he splits the trip, and Miami leads 36-35. They retake the lead. Hassan Washington. Up top here is Taj Walters spinning inside. Gets the layup over the top of Woolfolk to fall. And NIU leads 37-36. 90 seconds left to go. Luke Skowjak. Bouncer down low, out of reach for Ian Elmer, and that's going to be a turnover on Miami, their 5th of the half.
I actually saw the vision for Skowjak. That had to have been a perfect pass to make to give Elmer a chance, and unfortunately it wasn't.
So it goes back to NIU, ahead by 1. 80 seconds left to go. Hassan Washington over to Damar Kelly, finds Mekhi Valentine, straightaway three-pointer, rolls off, and Ian Elmer clamps the board. Goes close to Luke Skowjak, racing the other way. Brant Byers thought about the three-pointer. He'll drive inside, lefty layup, off the rim and in, count it, and Miami retakes the lead, 38-37 here in the first.
You can tell they respect Brant Byers and his three-point shooting ability because he's pump faking this 3 or 4 feet outside the arc, and they're still biting, and he's able to get these dribble drives as a result.
This game has felt old-fashioned at times, especially with kind of all these points in the paint. Miami being outscored 22-16 in the paint. We've reached a stoppage, 56.8 seconds. We'll keep it here. Got under a minute left to go. As a reminder, we've got the Red Hawk Radio halftime show coming up with Jake Zirolli. Recap everything in this game and a really good top 25 schedule this weekend. Saw a good game last night, Michigan and Michigan State. The Wolverines able to pick up a big win against their rivals, the Michigan State Spartans. It's kind of rivalry weekend too, with Arizona and Arizona State playing.
Yeah.
Got another good one, Kansas and BYU. College game days there in Lawrence.
Not necessarily a rivalry,
Sure,
so to speak, but a
still
very,
good
very good
matchup.
game. No, absolutely. That's a terrific matchup. Yeah, Darren Peterson, AJ Divance. Oh, man.
Yeah, really good matchup in the Big 12. Under a minute left to play. Miami ahead 38-37. It's Gianni Cobb holding things here for NIU. On the left pillar of the red Miami M. Had Walters for a moment, and it's back to Cobb. Shot clock at single digits. And it means go time for Gianni Cobb. Shot clock at 4, puts on the brakes. Cobb over the top, and we got a foul on Miami. Could have been a foul on Washington as he kind of went over the top. No need to do that.
Yeah, he just completely jumped on top of Antoine Woolfolk for seemingly no reason.
Now Woolfolk and Washington exchanging a few words. This is going to be a foul on Justin Kirby, and that'll send Gianni Cobb to the line. Cobb up to 12 points, and he's 3 for 5 from the free throw line. Missed his last 2 free throws, and he misses his 3rd in a row right there. He is the only NIU player to shoot at the free throw line today.
And he's struggling.
Missed 3 in a row
Yeah.
from the free throw line. Would be a 4th if he misses this one. 31 seconds left to go here in the first half. Cobb finally ends the drought, and we're tied. 38-38, he splits the trip. Under 30 left to play, shot created by about a half second or so. Luke Skowjak slow with the ball. Miami and NIU tied at 38. 10 seconds left, it's go time for the RedHawks. Skowjak kicks out, Brant Byers fake the three-pointer. He'll drive inside, righty layup is good.
Beautiful
Coasting in. Miami leads 40-38. Half-court heave by Washington is no good. And Miami ends the first half on a positive note. They're ahead 40-38 after kind of a slow start by the RedHawks, but a good end to the first half by Miami. And they will try and really adjust against this NIU team who's played pretty physical here in the first 20 minutes.
No, you're absolutely right, and I think that's kind of why this is a lower scoring game. I think that's really throwing Miami off its typical rhythm here. 3 for 17 from three-point land for the RedHawks, and they're not getting necessarily all the calls either when you're as far as the fouls are concerned, which is why that physicality I think is really messing with them.
Miami shooting an abysmal 3 for 17 from the three-point line. Their top scorer is Brant Byers, 12 points. And for the NIU Huskies, 2 players in double figures, with Cobb having 13 points and Taj Walters with 11. And with that, we'll turn it over to Jake for the Red Hawk Radio halftime show. Sean and I will be back in a moment here from Millett Hall. And with that, we'll take a break. Miami ahead 40-38. And we will pause for the Red Hawk.
Hello and welcome to the halftime coverage for today's game between the Miami RedHawks and the Northern Illinois Huskies. My name is Jake Zirolli. I was with you for pregame. I'll be back with you for postgame, and I'm here for halftime. How about that? Miami up 40-38 at the break. A back and forth half, at least for the last 5 to 6 minutes of it. But Northern Illinois leading for a good portion of this half. They really were. The largest lead was 10. They were up 26-16 with 10:39 to go in the half. They've had 4 leads, as has Miami, but the Northern Illinois, has led for 14 minutes and 19 seconds, which is 71.6% of this game. They've dictated the tempo, and Miami is just starting to find themselves back in the place that they know, which, of course, is in the lead. Short halftime segment here for you. We'll get you some stat leaders. Your point leader for Miami is Brant Byers, 12 points on 4 of 7 shooting. 1 3-pointer made out of 3 attempts, and 3 of 4 from the charity stripe in 19 minutes. For Northern Illinois, Gianni Cobb is the leader with 13 points. Also in double figures, though, is Taj Walters with 11. The rebounding leader for Miami, it is split between Ian Elmer and Antoine Wolfick, both with 5. For Northern Illinois, the leader is Damar Kelly with 5 as well. Miami winning the rebound battle 20-18, and actually winning the offensive rebound battle, which who would have thought that would happen? They have 7 offensive rebounds to the Huskies' 3. In the assist game, Damar Kelly is the leader again with 3 assists. He's been having himself a good game despite not having any points. He's been facilitating the ball really well in his 11 minutes of game time and doing what Coach Burno needs him to do. For Miami, the assist leader is Ian Elmer with 2. It's been a back-and-forth game, really not in the sense of the lead changing, but more in the sense of just the tempo of the game and how fast it is going. As often in that in that first half, pardon me, it would get to a point where Northern Illinois would be up 7 or 8. Miami would get 2 baskets back. Northern Illinois would go get 1 more. Miami would get 2 more. Northern Illinois would get 2 more. And it'd go back and forth like that, just slowly cutting down the lead to 8, then 6, then 2, then 3, then 1, and eventually taking the lead, which Miami has led for 3 minutes and 7 seconds of this game, 15.6% of the time elapsed. We will take you through some games going on right now. As I said, this is a short halftime coverage as Andrew gave you some stats at the bottom of his section of that broadcast. In the top 25, Louisville claimed victory over SMU 88-74. Virginia pulled it out in Chestnut Hill, winning 73-66. Arizona was able to climb out and get to a lead. They beat Arizona State 87-74, so they will remain undefeated, 22-0. UNC beats Georgia Tech 91-75 in Atlanta. BYU Kansas just getting going, 12-7 Jayhawks right now, only 4 minutes in. Of course, Ole Miss Vanderbilt at 6, Kentucky Arkansas 6:30, UConn Creighton at 8, and St. Mary's Gonzaga at 10:30. The 6-seeded Bulldogs at home in Spokane. In the MAC slate, as of right now, the only game going on is Northern Illinois and Miami right here. Ohio ended up beating Buffalo 95-83 at the Convocation Center in Athens. So the Bobcats get a win over the Bulls. At 6 o'clock in Amherst, Mass., the Minutemen will take on the Eastern Michigan Eagles. And in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, the Bowling Green Falcons will take on the Central Michigan Chippewas. So not a lot more to say in this halftime section. I'm going to give you my keys to the second half. For Miami, it's to start shooting well. They have not been shooting the ball well at all. They're 3 of 17 from 3. I think everyone watching this team would think it'd be a cold day in hell when Miami goes a half shooting under 20%. They're shooting 17.6% from beyond the arc. Not what you want to see, and really not how you're going to win a game if you live and die by the three-point ball, which this team does. And only 41.2% from the field as well, which is well under their average of 53.7. So they've got to start shooting the ball better. But outside of that, they're moving the ball well. They're getting shots. They've just got to fall. That's the thing. And the free throw shooting has been okay. They're shooting 75%, which is just under their average of 77. So they also have to keep making free throws, especially if this game gets close down the stretch. For Northern Illinois, they've just got to keep doing what they're doing. They're happy to be playing in this game. They're shooting 50% from the floor. They've got to make their free throws, though. I mean, I suppose Gianni Cobb has to make his free throws because he's the only Husky who's taken a free throw shot so far. He's taken 7 and only made 4 for a 57.1 percentage. So they either got to get other guys to the line or Gianni Cobb's got to start making free throws because he's been their ball handler, their facilitator out there. He's getting fouled a bunch, and he's got to be able to convert when he gets those trips to the line. But they're shooting the 3 ball okay, 33%, 4 of 12 there, above their average of 32.1. So they just got to stay in it. They got to keep doing what they're doing and hope Miami doesn't light up from 3 like they normally do. That's going to do it for the halftime coverage here. My name is Jake Zirolli. I will see you again for post-game coverage after this one is concluded. Let's go RedHawks. Let's get this win, improve to 22-0, 10-0 in the conference. We'd love to see it happen. We'll be back with you for the second half in probably about 6 minutes, as the clock is just past 8 on the Jumbotron. We will be back with you in just a few in this presentation of Miami RedHawks men's basketball on Red Hawk Radio. Stick around.
Welcome back inside Millett Hall. Miami ahead of NIU 40-38 in a low-scoring first half.
Uncharacteristic for the RedHawks.
Miami looking to improve to 22-0 and match Arizona as they won today 87-73 in Tempe as the only other undefeated teams. But Miami ahead by 2 points after a kind of tough three-point shooting first half. They'll look to adjust and get another nice MAC win here in the friendly confines of Millett Hall.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing is, this was an absolutely horrible half of shooting, and yet the RedHawks are still winning.
Yeah.
That's the incredible thing is they played terrible, and I wouldn't say this was their worst half on the whole because they still only held NIU to 38 points. So I would say they did a great job in that regard. But at the end of the day, they shot we said this before, 3 of 17 from the three and only 41% from the field overall. You tend not to, that's tough to win games doing that, and yet they're winning right now in spite of their shooting. So if they can turn their shooting up even just a little bit, you can already envision how this game can start to get out of hand for the RedHawks.
Thank you again for listening to the number 24 ranked Miami RedHawks against the NIU Huskies here on Red Hawk Radio. Andrew Relvas alongside Sean Wiesemann. Hope you're enjoying yourselves today on Saturday, a really cold Saturday in Oxford. The fans are inside as they are cheering on the red hot RedHawks. 2-point lead by Miami as NIU will work it from left to right. Hassan Washington mows down Peter Suter, and this is going to be a blocking foul on Suter, and that's his third.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's just because of his positioning. It wasn't him not being set in time. It was just the fact that he got pushed underneath the restricted area to then get pushed again and draw and give the foul. It's just unfortunate and unlucky, but definitely a foul.
And here is Hassan Washington. Washington 3 points, including one at the free throw line. Misses the first one. RedHawks student section letting them hear it. We saw the swim team out in the last game.
Yeah.
Seen them in a couple of games too, but
I don't think they're out today.
no, I think they have a swim meet.
I think so too.
Washington missed the second, so he goes 0 for 2, empty on the trip, and the RedHawks will work it from right to left. Peter Suter on the right wing, close to steal. In the corner, Skowjak, quick pass inside, finds a wide open Peter Suter off the rim and in. And Miami opens up the second half, leading 42-38 here in the second.
I'm a little surprised. Travis Steele is usually pretty quick to take a guy out with 3 fouls, especially this early in the second half. But he trusts his senior guard, Pete Suter, to stay disciplined and stay out there.
Dukeman against Ian Elmer on the elbow, fadeaway jump.
You can see the potential in this team, and you can certainly see, you certainly see why they can beat a team like Western or can at least compete. It's just these little margin plays here or there that are kind of separating them from a team like Miami.
Free throw jumper, nothing but net for Suter, and Miami's lid is back up to 4. Suter 8 points.
Yeah, 6 freshmen for Northern Illinois, and then another 3 sophomores, and only 0 seniors.
Yeah,
that kind of demonstrates the lack of experience here for the Huskies.
and Cobb around the world gets it to go up to 14 points, and it's back to a 2-point game. So both these two teams trading blows in the second half. Suter lost the basketball, taken away by Dukeman, and that is a turnover on Miami. In the corner, Mekhi Valentine. Bouncer down low to Hassan Washington. Lost it, but this is going to be an and one for Taj Walters. Walters inside, takes advantage of the loose ball, and he'll go to the line to potentially give NIU the lead.
Not ideal at all, the situation you're in right now, especially given you just had a 4-point lead and just give it right back on just some sloppy plays. These are the kind of plays that keep a young team like NIU that gets their confidence up in an environment, probably the most fans they've probably played in front of for a lot of these people, for a lot of these guys ever.
Walters at the line, and he makes it. And NIU extends the lead. They get it right back. 45-44, NIU over Miami. RedHawks trying to get off to a hot start in this half, and Skowjak lost the ball. Wanted the foul, won't get it. Gianni Cobb off to the races, has Valentine in the corner, and they'll reset. Cobb over to Dukeman, Gustav Winther, the freshman from Denmark, as Taj Walters lost his dribble and his balance. Cobb in the corner has Dukeman for three, no good. Two RedHawks are there, they swarm him. Suter grabs the board and he's off to the races. Suter knifing his way inside, puts up a shot, hard fall to the baseline.
Oh.
And he'll have free throws, but he gets up rather quickly. He took a big hit.
He fell really hard on his right elbow. I was very concerned. He'll have some bruising tomorrow for sure.
Yeah.
He's had some very physical. Like I said, we were just talking about the physicality of Northern Illinois. I mean, they really are. They're contesting really difficult to get those easy layups.
And here's Suter again at the free throw line. Makes the first one. He scored all points in this half. Suter, 9 points. First trip to the free throw line for him. Former Bellarmine Knight, transferred in last year, and he makes them both. Miami leads 46-45. They retake the lead. Suter's out, and Kirby comes in. Back to the Huskies. Moving from left to right. Gustav Winther has the ball. Hands up top. Dylan Dukeman pump fakes a jumping Kirby. On the left side, Valentine back over to Dukeman. Here's Taj Walters working against Byers. Walters knifing his way, swerving down low.
Nice block.
And Byers blocks it. Got a
hit
shot
in the
to
head.
the face.
Yeah, he got hit in the nose, I think.
RedHawks will be playing with a man down, and we got some sort of stoppage. And Travis Steele barking with the head official there, tells him to calm down, and that'll lead us. Looks like we might go to a media timeout. 16:46 left to go. And with that, we'll take a break inside Millett Hall. 46-45, Miami over NIU. The RedHawks trying to make it 22 straight. Back inside Millett Hall, a packed Millett Hall today. As this likely is one of the most attended events in the building's history. The RedHawks, of course, honoring Ron Harper today and so many alumni. Miami ahead 46-46 in the second. Peter Suter against Dukeman, lost the dribble, back up top. Elmar Atlas about the three-pointer, goes close to Elmer, back to Atlason on the right side. Suter finds a wide open Elmar Atlason in the corner for three, no good. Valentine grabs the miss. 2-point lead, Dukeman transition tray, it's true. Back-to-back three-pointers by the Huskies, and they're ahead by 5. This Miami team would love some support from this crowd as Suter fell, and he drew a foul on Cobb. 12th foul overall on NIU. Check that 13, and that'll take us, I guess, to another timeout. 15:52 left to go. Miami in a hole by 5. We'll see if they can adjust. Slow start to the second half by Miami, trailing by 5, but they're looking to get this offense back on track. NIU ahead 51-46. Luke Skowjak at the top of the key has Antoine Woolfolk. Woolfolk will take it himself near the far elbow. Woolfolk spinning around against Gustav Winther, bowling his way inside, puts up a shot, gets the foul, and he'll go to the line. That's a tough matchup for Winther.
Yeah, it is. I mean, Woolfolk is just so strong that even though he's, slightly undersized for a center at 6'9", you still feel like he gives you a chance just because he's 245 pounds. He's really, really just jacked. He can get it done.
Former football player. He got recruited by a few schools. And Woolfolk, this is the first free throw. Don't want to jinx anything, but Woolfolk has really developed the three-point shot He was
Yeah,
pretty much
I mean,
a
it was
non-shooter.
Yeah, he shot 4 times, the 3-4 times last season, and the fact that he's been able to actually develop a three-pointer has been huge for the spacing of this offense.
And he gets the free throw to go. Yeah, kind of similar to Ilsa DeFries last year. She now is a three-point shooter.
And a good one, too, yeah.
4-point game, 51-47, NIU over Miami. Damar Kelly, the St. Francis transfer, has Taj Walters on the far elbow going inside, and he draws a foul on Almar Atlason. And he will go to the line. 3 fouls in the period for both sides. Kelly averaging 7, 3, and 1.
Just the longer you let this NIU team hang around, the more confidence you give them. I mean, like I said, I know part of it's just shooting. You just had some unlucky shooting here, but.
And Kelly misses the first free throw. Yeah, on that point, I mean, they're not perfect from the free throw line. They're missing points. Miami 12 for 16 from the free throw line. Second free throw coming up for Kelly, the Pittsburgh native, and he makes it. So he splits the trip, and the lead is back to 5 for NIU, 52-47. Skowjak in a trap, has Woolfolk nearly lost it. Nice recovery midair, showing the football skills.
Yeah, tight end skills right there.
Woolfolk gives close to Skowjak. Bouncer, Woolfolk in the corner. Atlason for 3, no good. Tapped around, and Winther gets another board. There's a lid on the rim for Miami offensively.
Feels like it.
Dukeman turns it over. Skowjak steals it away, and here comes the racing RedHawks. Woolfolk inside, puts up a shot. He'll go to the line again.
Something I'm noticing too, and this was something I was thinking even before the shot didn't fall, was it feels like so many of these contested layups are just not falling for the RedHawks too, and when they typically do. And as a result, rather than the and one, you're getting sent to the free throw line to shoot 2, which is also putting a cap on some of your points that you're getting.
Woolfolk, first free throw is pure. He is 3 for 5 today. 5 points.
Yeah, I mean, Miami's one of their last 9 from 3, though, and that's going to be the bigger issue when you're struggling so mightily from 3.
3 for 19 overall. NIU is 6 for 15 from deep. Second free throw for Woolfolk. He gets them both. So Woolfolk goes 3 for 4 in the last 2 trips. It's a 3-point game. 52-49, 14:38 left to go here in the second. NIU trying to get a huge upset. Woolfolk swipes it away. He's off to the races. One on nobody. Woolfolk throws it down. Showtime for Woolfolk. It's 51-52. This Miami crowd comes on their feet.
Yeah, he got them. He got the energy going from that one. Great play from Woolfolk.
And here comes Dylan Dukeman, the freshman, working against Elmer. Dukeman, awkward layup, no good. It's off to the races for Miami. 4 on 5. Byers inside. Byers' layup is good, off the rim and in. And Miami retakes the lead, 53-52 here in the second.
Great passing, great transition offense.
This building has come alive. Gustav Winther misses the...
He just missed it.
I think so too, but again, we're kind of higher.
Yeah, we don't have the vantage point as well as the refs in their defense. So.
And here is Gustav Winther, the freshman from Denmark, makes the first free throw. NIU overall, they're 7 for 13 from the free throw line. Second free throw. It's Miami's section trying to force a miss, and they do. The rebound took a last touch off of Damar Kelly, and it's back to the RedHawks. So we're tied again.
Huskies showing press here once again. I feel like they try to employ that about once every 5 to 10 possessions just to kind of give something different for Miami and kind of disrupt their rhythm. Just when you think, oh, maybe they can get a rhythm here. Nope, you don't want to allow them to get into that drive and kick kind of offense that they love to get into.
Game is tied for the 6th time. It's 53-53. Antoine Woolfolk in the post. 2-on-1, kick in the corner. Byers out to Ian Elmer. Right wing three-pointer.
Got it!
It's good! Ian Elmer gives Miami the lead right back. It's 56-53. Much needed offense from Miami.
First three of the day for Elmer. Struggled mightily from three so far. Had a great three-point shooting day, 5 for 11 on Tuesday. Glad to see him back on the board.
Another loud response from this Miami section. Dylan Dukeman lost the ball. Last touched by Miami. Might have been off of Trey Perry or Brant Byers.
Hard to see.
Now it feels like momentum has shifted Miami's way.
Certainly feels like it. I mean, it seems like you just gotten the crowd just felt like it was dead, and now it's come to life here in the last couple minutes.
10-2 run by the RedHawks. Dukeman, the freshman, gets a screen from another freshman, Winther, over to Damar Kelly. Inside, here's Walters. Woolfolk is there. Nice defense. Would have been a shot clock turnover either way. Miami forces a stop. The RedHawks will be careful with this possession. Suter on the wing has Antoine Woolfolk on the near elbow.
They see a mismatch with Woolfolk and Minter.
And that was tapped out of bounds. Might have been off of Winther.
I think it was off Winther, yeah.
Out. And yeah, it'll stay with the RedHawks.
No, they've decided in the last few minutes that this is a matchup they really want to pursue. It's Woolfolk on Winther because, number one, Winther just 200 pounds versus the 235 pounds that you've got on 240 that you've got on Woolfolk.
Suter! And one! Suter gets the three-pointer to go and one. Chance for a 4-point play. What a shot by the RedHawks. And they're up 59-53.
That is
unteachable.
Yeah, I was gonna say the degree of difficulty on that is about a 10. A fadeaway catch and shoot three-pointer as you're getting hacked, and he drained it. Nothing but net. I mean, it was nothing but net. There wasn't a rattle, anything. It was just pure.
Suter at the line. And he gets the 4-point play.
And
Miami.
this is when you can start to exert your will here as a team. You're talented. You are more talented than this team. Show them.
7-point lead by the RedHawks, 60-53.
There you
Stolen
go.
away by Suter. It's a 1-on-2 mismatch. Suter inside, swatted away by Valentine. Great recovery.
Really great job.
Isaiah Washington lost it. He recovers. And it's back to NIU.
It was a good steal, but a great block there.
This game has seen ebbs and flows of physicality.
Absolutely. Miami really trying to employ double teams more frequently, and I think that's kind of stressing out the offensive shot makers for NIU.
Dukeman deep three, no. And Winther grabbed the board before Elmer rised up and swatted it away. But that'll be fouls. That'll be a foul on Elmer, and Winther will go to the free throw line. And for the rest of this game, Dukeman's going to hear the air ball chant after he missed that one.
If it's anything like the UMass game, he'll be hearing about it tomorrow too.
Yeah. Even in the women's game, McWhorter missed the three, and RedHawks.
They made sure she heard all about it. Yeah, absolutely.
We've reached a break. Starts to feel like this Miami momentum has gone their way, and we'll take a timeout. 60-53 RedHawks over the Huskies. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back. Miami ahead 60-53. This is officially the largest attended Millett Hall event in the building's history. 10,640 people are at this game.
And what did you tell me the official capacity was?
9,200. So you have a little of overflow.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Gustav Winther at the free throw line. He misses the first one.
You're getting some juice in the student section. Not that
You
they
are.
didn't have any, but they're really getting engaged now that you've got, Miami's been able to get on this 7-0 run here. 14-2 run in the last, 4 minutes or some change.
And Winther makes the second. So it's 60-54, 6-point lead by Miami. And it'll be Peter Suter on the inbound. Suter finds Perry on the left side. Hounded by Cobb and Valentine. Goes over Suter, cross court, back to Elmer. And it's back to Perry near half court. Perry over to Byers on the right wing. Has Antoine Woolfolk at the free throw line. Woolfolk will take it himself. Rises up, finishes with the layup off the rim and in.
It looked like he was going to dunk it for a second, but I think he just decided, he realized he didn't have enough clearance and went for the nice easy lay.
I was expecting a dunk.
Me
but
too.
We'll take a layup.
Take a layup too.
8-point
Got it
lead
through.
by Miami. This is their largest lead. Cobb quickly in the corner.
That's out of
This is
bounds.
out of bounds.
Yep.
Miami forces a turnover, and this surge is going Miami's way.
Yeah, you love to see it. People that were previously sitting now standing. That's a good sign. That can show you how crowd is starting to really get into it here.
It's a 16-3 run by Miami in the last 5 minutes. 8-point lead by Miami. Woolfolk over to Byers. Deep three on the right wing. It's good. Brant Byers from the parking lot gets it to go. Miami leads 65-54 here in the second.
And do you remember on that dribble drive earlier Byers had where he had about that same length of a shot, 29, 30-footer, and they still bid on the pump fake? That's the shot. That's why they have to guard him. He's just got that kind of range.
RedHawks swarming the Huskies. Damar Kelly, free throw jumper, short. Perry has it. They'll work it quickly, give back to Byers, and he'll draw a foul on Damar Kelly. 3 personal fouls on Kelly. You got 3 on Walters as well, and 3 on Cobb. So 3 Huskies are getting close to foul trouble.
Yeah, and one more foul and you got free throws the rest of the way here for NIU, or for Miami rather.
Perry on the inbound, baseline has Byers. Byers drives in from the wing, lefty layup, no good, but it was last touched by Washington as touched both of his arms on his way up.
Every single layup, it feels like, that Miami is driving in on, somebody hits the deck. That's just like how hard they're having to drive against NIU. You got to admire they're coached very well as far as the intensity. Rashawn Burno is doing a great job of just forcing them to really play up their intensity there.
Elmer misses the layup on the inbound, and it's back to Dylan Dukeman here in the air ball chance. Washington in the corner, Valentine on the far side, dancing with Elmer, can't shake him. He brings Woolfolk. Here's Washington, draws a double team, kick out, right wing three-pointer, Dukeman, no good, and Woolfolk snares the miss. Now Peter Suter gives close to Perry.
And this is a crucial possession here for the RedHawks. I mean, you can really kind of make a kill shot here if you can get a good bucket.
Jumper inside the three-point line, no good, and it's last touched by Miami, but it stays in bounds by Gianni Cobb. Nice work to hunt it down. Cobb sprinting down low, finger roll layup is good, and one.
Ran into
crashes
the
in front of the camera crew, and he'll go to the line.
That's a nice take from Cobb. I mean,
It is.
he is not a particularly big guy, but he is quick, and he is able to get to his spot quicker than just about anybody else on the court. As a result, he's able to get the foul there.
Now Miami's been scoreless for the past 90 seconds or so. Cobb at the line up to 16 points, 3 for 6 from the free throw line, and he sinks it. It's an 8-point game, 8-point lead by Miami. Under 10 to play, 9:15 left to go, Antoine Woolfolk draws the double kick out. Suter, right wing three-pointer, no good. But the tip-in is good for Woolfolk, and Miami leads 67-57 here in the second.
I mean, once again, Woolfolk is just stronger than anybody out there for NIU, and it's showing. He's just getting all these box outs, these rebounds, and he's just making life very difficult on the interior for NIU here.
Washington, Dylan Dukeman, lob over the top of Washington, has it blocked by Elmer. They're going to call a jump ball. I thought it was going to be a foul.
It looked like they were calling a foul, and I think the ref was in the middle of calling a foul, and then he went, actually jump ball. Which is the right call, by the way. That was the right call. A foul would have been very much the wrong call, but that stays with Miami here.
Possession arrow on Miami. And this will go back to the RedHawks. So nice wrap-up work there by Ian Elmer.
Yeah.
Miami's recently gone into a little bit of a dry spell, but trying to get this offense back on track, ahead by 10. Woolfolk in a trap, gives a bouncer to Elmer, and he'll dance past half court.
And listen, I mean, we were just talking about, oh my gosh, if this team can just hit a couple threes, this game is so different. Well, here
Kirby,
you go.
Left wing three-pointer off, and Dukeman grabs it. And back the other way is Dylan Dukeman, the freshman from Switzerland, over to Cobb. Up top, Dukeman against Antoine Woolfolk, trying to shake him. He can't.
He can't.
Can't go inside.
Woolfolk's got too
Bounces
much
on the
lateral
right side.
quickness.
Valentine, right wing three-pointer, that's off. Ball is loose on the deck, and Antoine Woolfolk recovers. Ten-point lead by Miami, 67-57, 7:50 left to go in the second. Skowjak inside, lobs over the top.
No.
Looking for Woolfolk, broken up by Winther. Huskies have numbers. Valentine in the corner, no good, and this is tapped back to Skowjak.
Now it's just turning into a track meet.
3-on-3, Luke Skowjak against Taj Walters, spinning inside, puts up a
Oh!
shot, and one, falling down, it counts.
Oh,
Luke
man.
Skowjak makes it look easy. The hoop and harm gives Miami a 69-57 lead. Three-point play coming up here in the second.
I mean, you can't teach that kind of athleticism right there. Once again, that spin move he used in the first half, he used several. He kind of spammed it in the first half. The second one here, arguably more difficult because he was kind of off balance. And, oh, man, beautiful, beautiful layup there from Luke Skowjak.
That foul is on Walters as well. That's his fourth, so he'll have to likely sit out for a little bit. 7:31 left to go, 12-point lead by Miami, looking to make it 22 straight wins in a row. 12-point lead for Miami. They're on a 22-5 run in the last 8 minutes.
Yeah.
And with 7:31 left to go, it's looking good, but still work to be done inside Millett Hall.
Yeah, Northern Illinois scoreless in the last minute 52. You don't win a lot of basketball games, especially against a team as good as Miami when you're going on runs like this.
And now Skowjak will go to the line. Trying to convert the and one, and he does. Now Miami ahead 70-57, so now we see this offense ticking up. Almost matched the half total. They set 40 points in the first, up to 30 in the second. 13-point deficit for NIU. Dylan Dukeman against Justin Kirby. Trying to get a screen and some space. Feeds down low, Winther, and Winther gets the layup to go in traffic.
Yeah, that's actually a really nice bucket there from Winther, because I mean he actually Byers made a play on the ball, but Winther was just too strong.
Skowjak bounces, or Suter bounces up to Skowjak on the edge of the Miami logo. As Suter on the left side, Suter caught sleeping, lost it, and Walters will race the other way, gets a transition layup. It's a 9-point game.
Yeah, you're right. Just caught sleeping is the best way to describe it.
Yeah, looked like Suter was looking for some isolation, and
yeah, got completely it was right behind him. Comes right behind him, and Walters able to get the steal in the easiest layup you'll get in your life.
70-61 Miami. Almar Atlason, Skowjak, Suter, Kirby, and Byers out there for Miami. Atlason on the inbound has Suter. Suter in a trap, trying to get it across the timeline and avoid a violation. They do. Suter, bouncer
wide
up top.
open.
Atlason, right wing three-pointer. That's offline, and it's back to Dukeman.
Yeah, Atlason now 0 for 6 from 3 today.
Here's Mekhi Valentine over to Gianni Cobb, defended and hounded by Skowjak. Goes close to Winther. Winther against
Winther
Atlason.
getting bullied.
Fly it over the top, intercepted by Suter. Kirby's off to the races. Slams it home with a two-handed jam. Miami leads by 11.
I mean, I swear you could have a dunk contest with Kirby, and I think he would win it. He could just jump out the gym. My goodness.
And that'll lead to an NIU timeout. 72-61, RedHawks over the Huskies, and we'll take a break inside a bumping Millett Hall. Big dunk by Justin Kirby brings this crowd to life. And with 5:47 left to go, the RedHawks are looking to keep the foot on the gas pedal. NIU basketball moving from left to right. It'll be Dylan Dukeman. Gets a screen from Washington. Dukeman around the world. Finds Gianni Cobb eventually driving inside.
Oh, good defense.
This is blocked out of bounds by Brant Byers. Beautiful defense denying the offensive chance by Gianni Cobb. It'll stay with the Huskies, though.
Byers is 6'8", Cobb is 6 feet. And so, I mean, yeah, that's just a mismatch down low that Cobb was trying to take advantage of with his speed. But Byers quick enough on his feet, able to get in position to get the block.
Dukeman on the baseline has Valentine. Valentine in a sea of RedHawks
Oh,
searching for
man.
space. Lefty layup, no good. Atlason gets the rebound. The RedHawks will have a 5-on-4.
Yeah, Valentine just been in a box all day.
Suter, right wing three-pointer, short, and Cobb gets the miss.
Yeah, wide open three from Suter. Nobody came to defend him on the 4-on-5.
Dukeman back to Cobb on the wing. And he'll cycle towards the middle. 5 minutes left to go in the game. Looking for a screen from Washington. He'll try a three-pointer.
Heat check, too.
Hit back heel. And it eventually finds its way back to Isaiah Washington. Washington dancing with Scaljak in a wall. And he goes back to Valentine. Over to Cobb on the wing. Cobb circling down low inside. Corkscrew layup is off. And it's back to Miami.
The important thing about that entire sequence, that just took a minute off the clock.
Three-pointer is no good. Wide open. Look there. 4:27 left to go. 11-point lead. Nearly a turnover. Nice recovery there by Valentine. Dukeman lost the ball.
Oh, just
turns
lost
it
it.
over.
Complete unforced error there from Dukeman, like you said. Just has nobody touched him, and he just completely lost handle and threw it out of bounds.
14th turnover on the Huskies to Miami's 9. And it's back to Miami. They're ahead by 11, but would like a little bit more of a cushion.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. More cushion you can get, the better.
4 minutes and 10 left to go. Miami ahead 72-61.
You can tell, though, this offense in general, you could tell this team just missed Luke Scaljak desperately. It's just the offense in the second half is definitely flowing a little bit better. And even when it's been in spurts, that's pretty good.
And Suter gets the layup falling down. It's up to 13 for Miami.
That was pretty sweet. Off balance, a lot of contact. Still able to get it to fall.
3:43 left to go in the game. 13-point lead for Miami. RedHawks are closing this one out. Dukeman, top of the key, gives close Washington, and he traveled. Another turnover on the NIU
It's just so
Huskies.
many unforced errors for NIU right now. It's just like you can tell that youth is kind of it's just a lot of guys who seem to be rattled right now.
Makes sense for a young team playing in a raucous environment like this. There's so many tough atmospheres in the MAC, and just a packed Millett Hall makes it really tough.
I would wager,
through.
yeah, I would wager this is the toughest in the MAC right now. I'm not sure there's many places that can accommodate 10,600 people, many arenas, let alone fill 10,600 people. Yeah, this is definitely the best environment in the Mid-American Conference right now. Just the students are in it, the locals are in it too, but also alumni are coming too, and that's a big thing. Is so many alumni are coming to these games because they want to see a piece of history.
Miami's next home matchup will be on next Friday, or 2 Fridays. They'll play against Ohio in the Battle of the Bricks. That'll be national TV. It's going to be must-watch TV, too, if the
Absolutely it will.
RedHawks can continue staying undefeated. It'll be must-watch regardless, but even more so if they stay undefeated. But, yeah, we've got a couple more home games coming up. Got Bowling Green, another one. Should be interesting to watch. And then
The good news is you avoid Kent, you avoid Akron.
Yep, you already beat them.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to play them again, at least not until the tournament, which I anticipate that that is a matchup that will likely happen again.
Yes. It's a shame, too, because it feels like every Miami-Kent State matchup is just so good.
Down to the wire. The last couple of years, it feels like everyone has been down to the wire. Absolutely.
Have to wait until the tournament. We'll take a look at the seeding right now. Miami's first, Akron second, Kent State third. So you have potential Akron and Kent State matchup in the works. Toledo's 4, Ohio 5. So we could see a battle of the bricks in the MAC tournament. Buffalo 6, Bowling Green 7, and then UMass is 8. Of course, UMass, tough matchup.
Very tough.
That'd be
That is an 8. As an 8 seed, I think any of the either Akron or Miami or whoever else, they don't want to play UMass in the first round. Any round. They've got talent, and they've played plenty of competitive games against some very good teams.
Not far behind UMass is Eastern Michigan and NIU, surprisingly. Ball State right there too. Back from the media timeout, 3:30 left to go here in the second, and this will be NIU basketball. Or excuse me, this is going to be Miami basketball. 13-point lead for Miami. It's Suter on the sideline, bounces over to Woolfolk, back to Suter, and the RedHawks will work it from right to left. Miami trying to improve to 22-0. Suter finds a wide open Byers. Byers drives inside, rises up with the layup, falls in, and Miami leads 76-61 here in the second, their largest lead of the game.
When there's two guys guarding one person, that means there's somebody left unguarded. Great job to find the person unguarded.
Cobb dancing down the lane, finds Dukeman, three-pointer blocked by Elmer, and Byers rises for the miss. It's back to the RedHawks, trying to turn defense into offense. Skowjak gets a screen from Woolfolk. Skowjak in the corner finds Elmer, thought about the three-pointer, fakes it, working against Dukeman.
Yeah, just taking some more time off the clock is what it's going to really be.
Elmer fading away, far elbow jumper short. There's Antoine Woolfolk, able to clean it up for two, and Miami extends the lead to 17.
And this is the Miami that we expected coming into this game, and we're finally showing up here. One of their worst offensive performances today, but probably their best defensive performance of this, one of their best defensive performances of the season, and that's a well-rounded team that can play just about anybody in the country.
Cobb step back three-pointer, no good, and Woolfolk grabs the miss. 2:05 left to go, 17-point lead by Miami, and this will be a slow possession for the RedHawks. Skowjak bouncer over to Woolfolk, back to Skowjak close by. Skowjak working against the screen. Skowjak free throw jumper, money. It's a 10-0 run for the RedHawks. They lead 80-61 here in the second.
Just, yeah, I mean, there's nothing you can do to stop that. I mean, it's a great pick from Woolfolk, and, man, he is making contributions even when it's not the points or rebounds.
And we had a loose ball situation. Got a stoppage, and this might be a foul on Miami? Not sure.
It's hard to tell because Skowjak had his hand on the ball for a second when he dove on the floor for it. Then two Huskies had their hands on it as well.
RedHawks are up by nearly 20, and they're going to win their 22nd straight game. Likely only a handful of possessions left. NIU fought valiantly, but
they did.
The RedHawks.
4-point game at the half. I mean, or 2-point game at the half, rather. You'll take that.
RedHawks have made it hurt. This would be Miami's 10th MAC win in a row.
And mind you, they did that with just shooting 3 from 10 from three-point line. I mean, so they really just shifted their offensive identity and still found a way to win massively.
And Miami forces a shot clock turnover. Just no Huskies were able to take the initiative to take the shot.
Just smothered, just completely smothered, yeah. No shot even is the sign of a team that just had everything figured out.
For Miami, it'll be Suter, Skowjak, Elmer, Woolfolk, and Byers. And now we see some bench players come in. Jalen Wharton, Damar Kelly, Cobb, Washington, and Makai Valentine in. Miami moving from right to left ahead, 80-61. 1:05 left to go. Woolfolk has the ball, finds a wide open. Byers inside, gets the layup off the rim and in. It's a 21-point lead for Miami. They're ahead by Blackjack, and they're cruising here in the second half. Miami faithful on their feet. Washington, right wing three-pointer that rims off. Byers fights for the rebound.
Oh,
nice work by Suter to go underneath his legs to keep it in bounds.
Jumped up between the legs just to keep that in bounds.
And this Miami team can feel it. It wasn't perfect, but Miami made their points and they made their runs when they needed to. They end the game going on a 12-0 run in the final 6 minutes. Shot clock At 5, Suter will take a three-pointer, and that's the icing on the cake. Suter makes it. They're ahead 85-61. Last shot by Kelly. That's offline. Suter taps it back.
How
Elmer
emblematic
has it,
of the game.
and that is going to do it inside Millett Hall. The RedHawks stay perfect. They join Arizona staying undefeated. Miami improves to 22-0 after knocking off NIU 85-61 after a slow start offensively. The RedHawks knocked in a ton of huge shots, and they really locked up NIU defensively in that final stretch here inside Millett Hall.
No, you're absolutely right. 8 of 25 for NIU, only 23 second half points. That's really hard to win games when you only have 20 in the 20s, even just in the 20s, but 23 near impossible. And great job from the defense to step up in a game where their offense was struggling, their typical offensive identity struggling, but still able to put 85 on the board and able to come out with a really big victory against a young NIU squad.
That's 22 straight wins for Miami. They're 10-0 in the MAC, so they stay ahead of Akron, who beat Kent State last night. And the number 24 ranked Miami RedHawks will stay ranked for a third week in a row. Just a really nice week of hoops for the RedHawks. They have won 28 straight home wins, and they've got a huge week coming up. 2 huge road tests. They'll play first at Buffalo in a certainly tough environment, and they'll play at Marshall after that one on Saturday.
Those aren't easy games. Those are
not
not layups. We saw Buffalo gave them everything at home. You certainly don't want to, and we talked about this off air, that Buffalo feels like a kind of a mirror image of Miami in that they really rely on the three. They have a lot of good three-point shooting. Maybe not quite as good defensively, maybe not quite as big, and maybe not quite as good of a shooting team, but they certainly, profile very similarly, and their strengths are very similar, which is why I think Buffalo gave them such a close game in the first matchup.
5 RedHawks were in double figures with Brant Byers leading the scoring, 21 points for him. And Miami made 7 three-pointers, 7 for 28. Not great, but they made the shots when they needed to.
Yeah, you'll take it.
And for NIU, 17 apiece, both for Walters and Cobb. They also struggled from deep, 6 for 24. And they struggled from the free throw line, 9 for 17. And Miami, 16 for 20 from the free throw line.
Absolutely. I mean, one thing I want to point out, too, when you're reading that off is Mekhi Valentine only got 6 shots off today.
Wow.
When you get the leading scorer to only get 6 shots off, and only scored 2 of them, only had 6 points today, 2 for 6. That's a great defensive game plan. You're really forcing the secondary, ball handlers, secondary shot creators to make something happen. And NIU's just not a deep enough team yet to do that. When NIU is competitive, it's because Mekhi Valentine is doing great things, but just wasn't today.
NIU falls to 3-7 in the MAC and 7-14 overall, and their next matchup will be at Georgia State in Atlanta. They'll take on the Panthers next Saturday, and for Miami, next matchup at Buffalo on Tuesday. 6:30 start, must-see TV in New York. That's going to do it for us. Andrew Relvas alongside Sean Wiesemann. Thanks for listening all afternoon long. And now we will turn it over to Jake Zirolli for the Red Hawk Radio post-game show. Stay with us here on Red Hawk Radio.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to our post-game coverage of Miami's win over Northern Illinois, 85-61, improving to 22-0 in the season and 28 straight wins inside Millett Hall. My name is Jake Zirolli. I was with you for pregame and halftime, here to close it out with a short post-game segment. So Miami is able to get the win 85-61. We'll go through some stat leaders for you. Brant Byers, leading scorer for Miami with 21 points. 8 of 13 from the field, including 2 of 5 from 3, also adding 3 out of his 4 free throws. For Northern Illinois, it was joint between Gianni Cobb and Taj Walters with 17 points for both of them. Cobb was the leading scorer at halftime, slowed down a bit in the second half. Walters ramped it up in the second period as Miami started to pull away. Rebounding game for Northern Illinois, the leader was Dylan Dukeman with 6 boards. Close behind him was Damar Kelly with 5. For Miami, the boards leader was Antoine Wolfick with 12. A double-double for Wolfick with 14 points and 12 rebounds, also adding 3 assists, 3 steals, and a block. A great game from him in his 28 minutes today. The assist leader for Miami was also Wolfick with 3, and then 4 guys with 2, those being Elmer, Perry, Skaljak, and Suter. For Northern Illinois, the assist leader was Damar Kelly with 3, and 2 guys with 2, those being Gianni Cobb and Dylan Dukeman. In terms of foul trouble, Taj Walters the only one in real foul trouble with 4. 2 of the Huskies with 3, those being Cobb and Kelly. For the RedHawks, just 1 with 3, that was Suter. So not a whole lot of foul trouble from either side. The turnover battle is really what did this game in, really. You know, Miami didn't really shoot really well. They only shot 25% from 3, which is well under their average. Not a very good three-point shooting game for either side, as Northern Illinois only shot 25%. But it's the turnovers. That's what caused this game to turn on its head like that. Northern Illinois with 17, Miami with just 9. So winning that turnover battle was crucial for Miami. They also won the rebounding battle 39-31. Even they were outsized in terms of sheer numbers, still got 10 offensive rebounds and 29 on the defensive glass, while Northern Illinois got themselves 6 on the offensive and 25 on the defensive. So there's not a whole lot else to say here. Big win for Miami, getting to 22-0 with Ron Harper's honorary degree reception, I should say, being at the beginning of this game. So we'll look ahead to some games for both sides. For Miami, they next go to Buffalo on Friday. Excuse me, that is not Friday. That is a Saturday, February 3rd. And, sorry, that is not a Saturday. That is Tuesday, February 3rd. I don't have a calendar in front of me. My apologies. At Buffalo, that'll be a tough game, though, as Buffalo, of course, took them to overtime and needed Miami to take that one here, 105-102 earlier in the season. Then they go to Marshall for the MAC SBC Challenge Volume 2. So they will go to the Thundering Herd on the 7th February, and then they come back here February 13th for an 8 p.m. game against Ohio, the Battle of the Bricks, which, of course, the women won earlier today, 90-70. But the men get their crack at the Bobcats on February 13th. For the Huskies, they will next go to Georgia State for their chapter of the MAC SBC Challenge Volume 2 on Saturday the 7th. Then Wednesday the 11th, they will get Bowling Green at home. Falcons playing real good basketball, so we'll see if Northern Illinois can manufacture an upset in DeKalb. And then they go to Central Michigan on Valentine's Day, Saturday the 14th, to play the Chippewas. That's going to do it for our post-game coverage here, making it short and sweet for you all. Miami gets the win 85-61. My name is Jake Zirolli. Thank you for listening to all of our broadcasts today and our earlier game against Ohio. Our next game for you on the channel, I believe, will be women's basketball next week. I could be wrong about that, but either way, we'll have plenty more stuff for you throughout the basketball season plus the hockey season. So we hope that you stick around and keep on listening. That's going to do it. Thank you all very much for listening, and have a great night wherever you are.